Welcome to your Newsmax Now update. I'm John Bachman. People across the Midwest are cleaning up today following rare and violent storms that swept across the region. In Washington, Illinois, one of the hardest hit areas, a curfew is in place to keep looters out and residents safe. At least 8 people are dead after these Midwest storms. Officials say with all the destruction, that number could have been much higher, but accurate forecasting and early warning systems saved lives. Jack Ravallo was at home with his daughters when the emergency sirens started to blare.
If it wasn't for the early response, all these people would be done.
And 2 suicide bombings rocked Iran's embassy in Lebanon today, killing at least 23 people. The suicide bombers struck just moments apart, hurling bodies and burning wreckage across a debris-strewn street. Witnesses say the first attacker rode a motorcycle, the second drove a car. An al-Qaeda-linked group in Lebanon claimed responsibility for this attack. They threatened further action unless Iranian-backed Hezbollah forces withdraw from Syria. And President Obama is meeting with a bipartisan group of senators today to try and convince them not to impose stricter sanctions against Iran. Some on Capitol Hill want to increase pressure on the Islamic Republic to halt their nuclear program. Meanwhile, with more negotiations set to get underway with Iran on Wednesday on that topic, Secretary of State John Kerry says he does not have specific expectations for this latest round of talks.
We will negotiate in good faith, and we will try to get a first step agreement.
And the same-sex marriage debate has turned public for the 2 daughters of former Vice President Dick Cheney. The disagreement became public when Liz Cheney, now in a race for a Wyoming U.S. Senate seat, reaffirmed her opposition to same-sex marriage. Liz's sister Mary, who is gay and raising 2 children with her partner, fired back on Facebook, saying her sister is on the wrong side of history. As the feud has escalated, Dick Cheney and his wife issued a statement saying that they are pained to see their daughter's disagreement play out in the open. And Toronto's embattled mayor Rob Ford slammed into a woman at a city council meeting there that descended into chaos Monday night. Spectators at the meeting did not hide their derision towards the mayor, who continues to fight to keep his job despite admitting to a number of illegal acts, including smoking crack cocaine. Angry outbursts among attendees prompted the mayor to charge at the crowd. He nearly bowled over a councilwoman in his rage. Heated exchanges came as the council voted overwhelmingly in favor of stripping more of Ford's power. They also voted to slash his budget. The mayor's response: "You guys have just attacked Kuwait." Not sure why he said that. Next up, George Zimmerman facing a judge again, this time for domestic violence. The latest from his court appearance today. Plus a Newsmax exclusive with Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker, why he says voters are turning to state houses around the country for answers to Washington's woes. Welcome back. George Zimmerman appears in court again today after allegedly pointing a gun at his girlfriend during a domestic dispute. Samantha Sheeby called 911 after an argument with Zimmerman, during which he allegedly broke a table with a shotgun and pointed that gun at her for close to a minute. Zimmerman will be in court just 4 months after he was acquitted of murdering teenager Trayvon Martin. And Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker is out with a new book, and his name is also being tossed around as a potential presidential candidate for 2016. Walker tells Newsmax TV during an exclusive interview that it's no surprise the American people are looking to state houses for answers to Washington's woes because governors are getting the job done.
I think people have had it with Washington in general. It's part of what I talk about in the book. The optimism I have for America is spurred by born out of the benefits of what governors are doing, not just in our state, but what we're doing all across America.
And that's going to do it for this edition of your Newsmax Now update. I'm John Bachman.